I'm live. I can't even see myself. It's so dim. No, that's not good. Why is it so dim? I came on here to test. Shit. The new webcam. Yeah, it's good. Just playing with it. I realized that I had this shitty webcam on my computer, and I've been doing like interviews and stuff, and now, oh my god, I don't even know if I want the lights to come on, because like, yeah, I'm seeing like every facial feature. It's like old. Judging myself hard. Anyways, so I got this new webcam and I can see my face in detail and I like it. It's not my best angle, but whatever. Yeah, so I was going to make some notes and talk about stuff, but I'm tired. I'm up way past my bedtime, which is ridiculous because I go to bed at like 8, like in the 8s, and I probably pass out around 9 something, but the weather has been really on my mind. It's been overcast for the last like 4 days, and this thick fog rolls in, and like you just can't, there's just very little breaks in it. It just seems, it's just odd. There's just a lot of weirdness with the weather. And the moon, I caught some pictures of it the other day, and I do not know that much about this and all the stuff that's going on that people talk about with the sky watchers. I'm so interested in it. I'm so intrigued, but so I'm just watching it. It's just like, I don't know. It just feels off. So yeah, and I can't stand this webcam. Yeah. Anyways, the weather's been just like dense and heavy, and I wake up in the morning and yeah, it's not like I wake up cheery. It's like I have to like surf my way into the day. And I have these routines and regimens that I do, like breathing exercises, Wim Hof. I either do a cold shower or these like breath holds. So I'm just laughing at myself. God damn. The webcam is not flattering. What? I got to get past this. Anyways, the breath holds. And yeah, I have this routine that I do in the morning, something. Just kind of like a forced march. And it kind of snaps me out of being in my head too much. And, I've tried not to be too compulsive with it. So if I don't do it, I don't do it. But most days I do, and it helps. So there's that. And gosh, cold showers, they just suck ass. But they always wake me right up. And then meditating is really awesome. But why am I talking about this? Because it's overcast. Yeah, it's overcast as fuck. And I can't like clear through the fog. So I do all this shit to just to move through it. I don't know. It's what I do. Um, and journal. Do a lot of writing. Always writing. And it's just like stream of consciousness stuff. And I have journal after journal. I guess I'm preparing to write the book or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's how it's started lately. These days I've been just starting up with a lot of density. And, looking at the Twitter feed or just social media, it's so draining. Some days I just do not want to come on at all. I know the times that I've like stepped away from it, when I come back to it, it's like this layer, this like thick fog, like fog again, synchronicity, um, this just layer of stuff that's, I keep getting distracted, of that's just there. And when you're outside of it, it's so free. But someone's coming back here. Yeah, it's been quite a hell of a day. After I got through the fog and the density and yeah, just thinking all the darkest edges of the thoughts that I generally think, that train that we all want to get beyond, that the burdens that I have, that the shadowy side of things. Like, I have to think for other people sometimes, like, how am I going to plan their day? What are the activities that might be on the table? Am I going to feel really guilty if I just don't help them along in any way? And how many years has this been going on? And, mm, that kind of thing. As a caregiver, even though I'm not, it's just so odd. It's so odd the way we live these days with the things that have happened over the course of people's lives, the medical fuckery, and yeah, I'm not going to say too much about that, but how it's impacted all of us, really, all of us for years. And now we're realizing it, that we can kind of step outside that paradigm and help ourselves a lot, um, on every level, multidimensionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, behaviorally, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, it's overcast. So now it's almost night. And this webcam is like not very light. I think maybe I need more background light. I'm going to try. Yeah, it's a little better. Anyways, it was a good friend of mine's birthday today, and another good friend of mine's birthday the day before. Both people that have had quite an impact on my life over the last year. So, happy birthday, Gabby, and happy birthday, Nina. Gosh, yeah. What about that? What did I write over here? Because I wrote some notes. Yeah, my friend Gabby, she's a freaking activator. Yeah, that's what I want to say. She and I have, like, we chat every day on text or social media or whatever, where we've done some shows together trying to figure that out. But just calling me up, holding me accountable, and asking me, how are you? And I'm just so beyond the bullshit that I actually have someone that I can tell honestly, and she receives it. And yeah, yeah, it's like I can't hide. So yeah, we get in patterns with our loved ones so much that we, how are you? We're always together. So there's this like invisible wall we have to keep for boundaries and stuff. And um, sometimes you can break through. Sometimes you break through in a family, but there does sometimes need to be some of that when you live in close proximity. There's like this personal space, and everybody's kind of in their own little bubble, especially, too, with the freaking, whatever the freak this thing is. Unbelievable. The fog and the overcast. It's been overcast, but yeah. So, Gabby's birthday and just being open to having friends. Yeah, I guess, as a special needs mom, I kind of pull away from people. I feel like just don't have the bandwidth, and nor should they. And it's just it's not a natural situation in many ways. And however it ends up being, or however you get here, and for whatever reason you chose this path as a special needs parent, it's really beautiful. But yeah, it's hard to connect with people. Um, so sometimes it's just easier to kind of chill out on my own. But um, connecting with a few people that like slowly realizing what friendship really is, you know? Like taking those risks, being vulnerable with people, and being held accountable too, and fucking up sometimes in friendships. Yeah, it's like going back to the playground, kind of, and like really learning to be who you are, who you forgot, forgot that you are, that you were. And that's kind of what I go back to sometimes is the playground. Like I remember like being there and playing Foursquare or whatever and Jungle Gym and like the people, the archetypes. And oh, hey, Gabby, I was just talking about you. Yeah, so back on the playground. Hey, can I call you on? Do you want to come on? Shit. Anyways, I'm not sure how to do that. How do I invite somebody on? Anyways, this is so random because I just like was testing my webcam and started talking. But yeah, on the playground, like you're a kid and I don't know about you, but like, yeah, right, Jaden. Anyways, yeah, we got to do this. I can't believe I'm up this late, way past my faggot bedtime. But what the heck? John's passed out on the couch. I wrote this freaking blog about it. So funny, so funny. But yeah, just being open to being vulnerable again with people. And you found it by chance. It's cracking me up. I love it. Yeah. My friend Gabby has a son like my son. Well, like a son, like boy, some boy energy. I don't know. That's probably the wrong thing to say in this day and age, but it's crazy. I forget that part of parenting when you're trying to get them to go to bed and you have these routines and oh my God, like that used to be such a thing. Yeah, yeah. And the reading to them. And I mean, I enjoyed a lot of it. I did. I did. Um, so yeah, what was I else was I talking about? Right, gratitude for friends. And I'm looking at my notes because I actually I made notes about the day because I thought I'd just practice a little with this live thing at late at night when nobody's on. And um, yeah, humor, just how important humor is. At any point, how it breaks through just everything, like the most tense moments. And sometimes I will freaking pray when I am in like a clutch, a trigger, a rabbit hole, like I'm praying because I have no idea how I'm going to get out. And that's when sometimes I swear it's like something will happen that'll just crack me the fuck up. And yeah, so that is like, it's amazing how if you can just like do that and just surrender to the full depth of the feels, thinking you're never going to come out alive. And then spirit breaks through in some really random way, like something falls, or I don't know. I don't know. Like with my kids, I will do that. I will pray a lot, honestly. Like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. You know, I don't, the density of the incarnations that we're like energetically involved with and the history, you know, as a mom. I mean, you can't forget that. You can't forget the history because you carry it around like it's a freaking backpack. I mean, you know, you have to remember stuff. Still, at my age, I'm remembering like all this stuff. Like there's all this space in my head for this. And then, you know, you get in the car with them and, you know, it's like my mother. I'm sure it's the same thing. She probably doesn't have words for it like that, but I am sure it affects her like me and my density and my like freaking multiple relationships and all my kids. And she's still like driving to the post office to mail a package to my freaking third serious relationship son for his birthday. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can carry that flame. That's like some serious commitment. And I respect that. But it's, I don't know. It's hard to ever measure up, especially, you know, having a bunch of kids myself more than she did. Anyways, our parent relationships, that's a whole nother dynamic that's, I get in deep rabbit holes over that. So always looking for the humor. The like I go through the whole weekend like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we were laughing about our kids' toys. That was funny because Gabby sent me this picture of her son, Jaden's dinosaur thing on the windowsill that made a funny noise, and how that had made her laugh. And it reminded me of my kids and all their toys when they were little. And Jack had this like Hummer truck that my freaking brother gave him. And I know it was intentional just to piss me off. The thing was like this huge truck with like, I don't know, 16 batteries. And it would like had these backup beepers, and he would just play with that thing. I mean, I was ready to freaking just smash it with a hammer, and it drove like backwards, forwards. I mean, it was nice. It was like mint, of course. So it was like some kind of like funny passive aggressive thing my brother and I had going with toys for our kids. So, anyways, Jack and the truck and Gabby and the dinosaur and the humor with that. Like, oh, and then yeah, we were redoing this room in the old house I lived in with my ex when my kids were little. We're always some house project that I think is still ongoing. Um, and we were redoing the room where their toys were. So we had to throw this big tarp over it so we could rip the walls down or whatever. And we'd be sitting out in the kitchen because it was right off the kitchen. We called it the red room because they had this bright red carpet. But yeah, we'd be sitting out in the kitchen and, I don't know, if we were drinking with our neighbors or whatnot. But all of a sudden there'd be noises coming from the pile of toys that we threw the tarp over. It would just randomly something would beep or there'd be something going off and like we'd have to go find it. And yeah, it was funny. But yeah, that reminded me seeing that dinosaur that she had on her windowsill. And yeah, putting me back in that age when my kids were, having the bedtime routine. And now it's just like, I don't even know. Well, yeah, I say goodnight to Jack and Sarah. I do. Yeah. So parenting is a long road. It's something I never expected. Never expected. I think I thought, that I could just like, there would be like a neat like separation and they'd go this way and I'd go this way and it would be like la-ti da-ti da-ti da. It wouldn't be this like messy, thick, involved, like energetically emotional thing. So I think, I look back over my life and all the things that I've gone through are so purposeful. Now I didn't feel like it then, like when I was on psych meds and stuff. Like I don't think I could have really faced the depth of what I'd taken on, the full weight of it. So, quite a learning experience and getting off of them and being like, oh, wow, so this is it. So this is what it's like to feel your way through instead of like just not really be present. It's present as I think is ideal because I'm not going to go back and judge myself because I needed every second of being on those meds to walk through some stuff. But yeah, I remember being like, oh, so this is how people live, like feeling all this stuff because this is like, yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother like live. And I should probably get off soon. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, imposter syndrome. Yeah, I have a lot of that. Like, even coming on here and I don't know, doubting the self doubt. It's a big loud noise lately. Not lately, always. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just is. But doing some writing lately, I think that's what brought it up. How much I enjoy that and kind of like letting go and just letting it rip and writing. which I think is where my probably skill set is, whatever skill set is left. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, so today was quite a day, and I'm not quite ready to talk about the depth of it, but the webcam is, I'm not putting the full light on because this is like so harsh. But that's who I am right now in this moment. Yeah. Gosh. So much music today, listening to a lot of music. So therapeutic. And all right, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the live. All right, over and out. Love. Love you, Gabby. Happy birthday.